Right then, guys, this is the next quest in the Ringmaker cycle. I thought I'd do the fluff and the draw hand and the setup as a separate video, and then do the main gameplay just in its own video. So just to give you something to actually look at while this booklet of fluff is read, I'll hold that there. So this is Celebrimbor's secret. Orcs were crawling over every stone and into every hole in the ruins of Ost-in-Edhil when the heroes arrived at the edge of the valley. From their vantage point, they could see the man, Belloc, as he ordered the search. "I should have guessed that scum would get here first," hissed the dwarf. "He must have led the orcs here while we were lost in that swamp." Although, actually, we didn't get lost in the swamp, we got absolutely butchered and killed. The heroes looked on the scene with dismay. After all their travels, it seemed they had come too late to accomplish their mission. Then Nalir noticed something that made him growl. "He's got the other half of my map with him. Look, he's using it to direct the orcs." Suddenly the dwarf started laughing. "That fool! He'll never find the hidden chamber with just half. He's searching in the wrong spot," which is almost certainly a Raiders of the Lost Ark reference. Nalir's news gave the heroes hope that they may yet discover Celebrimbor's forge and recover its secrets before Belloc and his orcs. However, the dwarf had gone as far as he would. "What you do from here is your business. But with all these orcs searching about, I don't go down there. If we're seen by those orcs, even warriors of your metal may not survive." The heroes objected, but it was clear that Nalir would not be convinced to lead them any further. "I'll tell you where I found the hidden chamber," said the dwarf, "but I'm not going anywhere near that many orcs. I doubt if anybody could make their way through that valley without being spotted." Nalir did his best to describe where the entrance to the hidden chamber was located before wishing the heroes luck and slipping away. He gave one last dubious look at the heroes before disappearing out of sight. Turning back to the matter at hand, the heroes look out over the vale of Ost-in-Edhil and try to discern the entrance to the hidden forge at the valley's end. They would have to move with great stealth if they wished to evade Belloc's forces and reach the end of their quest. So, it's a two-stage quest, with stage 1A being the ruins of Ost-in-Edhil. You have finally reached the ruins of Ost-in-Edhil, but Belloc and his orcs have arrived before you. They appear to be searching for the hidden chamber. If you want to reach it first, you will have to move quickly and carefully. Add Belloc, the orc search, and the secret chamber to the staging area. Attach Celebrimbor's mold to the secret chamber. Each player adds a different Ost-in-Edhil location to the staging area. Shuffle the deck. So let's take a look at some of those. So orc search is like they always have to put like a little bit of spice into these quests by this point in the game. So the orc search is when a location has damage equal to its printed quest points, place it face down underneath the orc's search. At the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 1 for each card underneath the orc's search. Now it says to add it to the staging area, but I'm just going to pop it like up here out of the way. Then we've got Belloc. Okay, so 50 engagement, X threat, 5 attack, 4 defense, 7 hit points, Mordor Spy. X is the number of cards underneath the orc search. So to begin with, 0. Scour, that's a new keyword that will trigger as the quest dictates. Each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile for an orc enemy and add it to the staging area. And he's 5 victory points. So he goes into the staging area. And then we have the secret chamber, which is X threat, 6 progress. X is the number of players in the game. It's immune to player card effects. Travel, remove 3 progress from the current quest to travel here. If the secret chamber is placed underneath the orc search, the players have lost the game because, they've found the secret chamber and all that. They're digging in the right place. Celebrimbor's mold is attached to the secret chamber. It's an artifact and an item. If it is free of encounters, the first player claims it and attaches to a hero he controls. If the attached hero leads play, the players lose the game. So we've got to explore the location in order to get the mold. Then we have to add 1 Ost-in-Edhil location. There are 4 to choose from, because 4 players. So I've gone for this medium weight 1, 2 threat, 2 progress. Forced, after it enters the staging area, place a damage here. So it's in the staging area, which means it gets a damage, which means it's 1 damage away from being explored by the orcs, which means it would go under orc search, which obviously would not be good. And then on the B side, 14 progress is required, time 3 forced. After the last time counter is removed from this stage, trigger each scour effect currently in play. Place 3 time counters on this stage. Belloc is immune to player card effects and cannot be engaged. We cannot advance unless Celebrimbor's mould is attached to a hero. So to begin with, the only scour effect is Belloc, but that will add an enemy. So every 3 time, essentially, we'll be adding an enemy into the blah, 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 words, you know them, into the area. And the orc enemies are, horrific. The lovely days of the Dol Guldur orcs from the first cycle are long gone. We've got our standard MAE deck. So we're going to do our draw hand here for 6 cards. And we're going to see how it goes. I have done this quest once before. I remember it going fairly well, but obviously that wasn't with this deck. So we've got Galdor of the Havens, great but very expensive. Treebeard, great but very expensive. Gondorian Shield, absolute cornerstone card. Gladrin Weaver, Elrond's Council, great card. And a Gladrin Weaver. Now, even though there are some expensive components in this hand, being able to have Elrond's Council and Gondorian Shield just changes the entire tempo of the deck. It does mean that we won't be able to get Treebeard out, because if we spend a resource on Gondorian Shield, we won't have enough resources to play Treebeard, even with discarding one to give a Restore a resource. But quite frankly, I think we need to take this. So we'll keep this hand, and we are ready to go.